What's up, everybody? Welcome to Quarantine TV. This is episode 2, the NFL Draft Preview Special for tomorrow's NFL Draft. I'm bringing on 4 guests today. They go by the names of Andrew Tittman, Ryan Bell, Gavin Tyner, and a fan favorite, Anthony Bottano, also known as Tano. So let's get to it. All right, so we got Andrew, we got Tano up in here. We got Gavin, and we got Ryan Bell. All right, so I'm going to start with Tano. The fans probably want to hear you speak first. As a Giant,
All right, yeah, I heard. In the
Giant
comment section was kind of calling for my name in the last episode. So we'll talk about, we'll break down how the Giants are going to run this draft.
I've also got a private
Hopefully,
saying that they want Tano on the show.
All right, so, I mean, the goal is Chase Young, but that's not going to happen. That's just, say Miami and Detroit trades into the top 10. That's my dream right there. That's
not happening.
So we broke down the Giants could go 2 ways, offensive tackle or Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons, play anywhere on the defense, literally anywhere. The guy rushed the quarterback like crazy and could pick the ball off. He had a huge pick in the playoff semifinal against Justin Fields. So the Giants need a playmaker. I mean, the Giants need anything they can get. And then from the offensive tackles, you got Jedrick Wills, Tristan Wirfs, Andrew Thomas, Mekhi Becton. I think Wills and Wirfs are the top 2. Also, a rumor came out saying Miami wants to trade up to like 3rd to take a tackle. I'm calling smokescreen. I like Wills the most because, I mean, he played in the SEC. He has really, really quick hands. He did play right tackle, but he could play anywhere. And then Wirfs probably had the best combine. He actually ran I saw a 4.85 on the 40-yard dash. And probably the most balanced tight end out of all. I mean, offensive tackle. But him and Jedrick Wills both share. They're both better run blockers than pass blockers. Still, I'd take Wills over him. That's my top tackle. And yeah, so that's who I hope the Giants take if it's Wills or Simmons. I don't like Thomas or Becton too much at the 4 spot at least. Hopefully they trade back. That
was a very detailed answer. I like it though. I like it.
You broke it down.
You did break it down. Let's go to Gavin next. He's a Green Bay Packers fan. There aren't too many of those. I don't know too many of those.
I don't know.
But Gavin, who do you want to see the Packers take tomorrow night?
Packers need a wide receiver. Just watching last year, watching how Devontae Adams got hurt, and the receiver core was just not there. Too young, not good, just didn't fit, didn't work. It was just Devontae Adams versus all. This year, I think they're either going to go Brandon Ayuk, which I really hope they do get, out of Arizona State University, 6 foot, averaged 1,200 yards and averaged 18 yards a play. 8 touchdowns. He ran a 4.5 and 40-inch vert. I mean, he's just a beast. He can really do it all. But the Packers really needed someone to fill in for that Randall Cobb spot that was lost a couple years back. And another person who could do that very well would be Jalen Reagor out of TCU. Super fast, ran a 4.47, 42-inch vert. He can go up to the deep ball. He's fast. He had 24 touchdowns in his career at TCU and 2,600 yards for the 3 years he played there. Just unreal stats. That's it. Those are the 2 guys I really, really hope they do draft.
All right. Sounds good. Andrew, what's up, bro?
All right. I'm a Giants fan, so Betts kind of covered all that. He took all that. But I think the Giants need Isaiah Simmons more than anything. I think you trust Saquon more to get more for you on offense, even with a bad line. So I think the speed of Isaiah Simmons and the versatility of where he can go on the field and his speed. He ran a 4.39 at the combine. He's just an athlete. He's all over the field, corner, linebacker, safety, edge rusher, like Beth said. He's versatile. So I think he's a clear number 4 pick. I mean, I don't know what the Dolphins are doing. They were talking about liking Herbert, but I think Tua is their guy. I think the Chargers are going to get Herbert, and everything's just gonna go down. Burrow, Young, Jeff,
Ooh.
Okuda, and then Simmons. I want the Giants to take.
Oh, Cowboy
And
fan.
then
Oh boy.
America's team, baby. We America's team.
Oh my
Alright.
God.
America's team.
Cowboys are
And,
back in the first round this year after not having a first rounder last year because of the Amari.
Sorry. I think the Cowboys, they lost 2 key free agents in the offseason, Robert Quinn and Byron Jones. And to replace them, I think C.J. Henderson would be a great fit. He's a very athletic corner coming out of the University of Florida. And not last year, but the year before, I was watching his film, and he had a chase down tackle on Deebo Samuel, and he's very fast. He's not there with his skills, but I think if we have the right coach to work with him, I think he's a lockdown cornerback and a lot of man-to-man. And another guy that stuck out to me was Kavon Chason. He could replace Robert Quinn. He had 6.5 tackles for LSU, and he really helped them and their defense go all the way to the national championship. And also, I'd like to see we could also use help at safety last year. As you could see, we had no pass defense, and he has very good ball skills, and he has great pursuit of the ball, and he's a heavy hitter. And even with the addition to HaHa Clinton-Dix, I think we could solidify our secondary. But if I had to go one prospect, I think I'd go C.J. Henderson because Cowboys really have no cornerbacks right now, and like we still have DeMarcus Lawrence, and Aldon Smith is signed, and if we reinstate Randall Gregory, some guy.
Bella, can I ask you one question?
Yes.
Do you know who beat the Cowboys last year?
Yeah.
Green! Dan Green! Let's go! You know what we about?
You.
We about that.
Bell,
So you know, Rafe.
Bell,
Rafe was supposed to cover the Jets, but Rafe kind of snaked us for the family time. So
He's one of those.
in the comment section,
He's
hate
a-
comments toward Rafe.
Roasting-
Everyone-
Bell, one question. Bell, one question.
Destroy Rafe.
Yes, sir.
Bell, one question. How much do you think they should pay Dak?
Dak. I don't know if I'm a Dak.
Ryan Tannehill just got $105 million.
I think
Ryan
they're better
Tannehill's
off.
better than Dak Prescott.
I think they're better off.
Cowboys might actually take a quarterback later. I saw.
I think if
For
they
backup.
got Jalen Hurts in the second round, I wouldn't mind.
Jalen Hurts.
No, I mean,
I love her.
I actually saw this stat
He's
today.
not
Jalen-
available. He won't be available. He'll be off.
they're not gonna.
Jalen Hurts, when he
That
throws
kid's
the
a
ball, I
baller.
saw this stat today. I was watching ESPN. Jalen Hurts, when he throws the ball for 20 yards or more, 50% completion rate. That's not going to work in the NFL.
You said the same thing about Lamar Jackson. He can't throw the ball. And then
Fair
look
enough.
what happened there.
I don't know if he's as
It's a
good as a
different
runner as
NFL.
Lamar Jackson is. Though.
People will take a bet on a guy like Jalen Hurts because you can use him like a Taysom Hill even if he falls out
Yeah.
of the QB role.
Very true.
So
It's a risk
people
pick,
would rather
yeah.
take that instead of just a quarterback you could throw in and learn and teach him how to throw in the pocket. Jalen Hurts is the new NFL. Lamar Jackson changed it last year.
I don't know. Lamar could get hurt. I think
I
Mahomes is.
I could see the defense is figuring out Lamar, too.
Tana.
He's so versatile. There's just really not much a defense could do against them, or that offense is just unreal right now.
Especially because they have
Look
a
at the Titans.
top running back and if they get wide receivers too, it's going to be pretty special down there.
And they already have Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
Tana.
By the way,
CeeDee
the Niners get CeeDee Lamb or
There's no
Judy
way he falls.
or
There's
Ruggs.
no
I think
way
Ruggs.
he falls.
Ruggs
Higgins.
is one of the most
Higgins.
slept on players. Yeah.
He
Not
will not
possible.
fall.
If
He
he
will
not
not fall.
He's not.
CeeDee Lamb will not fall.
I mean, I meant T. Higgins.
CD
T.
Lamb
Higgins
is
is
not
good.
going past.
T.
Let's
Higgins
talk about
is-
this receiver
Higgins
class, by the way.
first round.
Greatest receiver class we may have ever seen.
T.
Outstanding.
Higgins
Outstanding.
is
CJ Hill's
special.
the worst receiver in the draft. He's a big name. Not a big name, but like for the worst receiver in the draft. It's pretty nuts.
T. Higgins was on that team that they all got suspended, like 2017. They all got suspended for doing drugs. before the national championship game. Like 8 of them were suspended. T. Higgins,
Dexter Lawrence was one of them.
yeah, and he dropped.
Giant.
I was just having fun.
He dropped at least 2 rounds on all mock drafts. So I think he's going to be a steal. T. Higgins is he's fair. I think he's going to be like a Debo Samuel next year.
Look at DK Metcalf last year. He fell to the 3rd round. Like,
Yeah,
DK
Higgins is gonna be same one.
This class it's unbelievable. This receiver class, like
The guy
I-
from
that
Penn
guy's
State. The guy from Penn State.
KJ
could be like a
Hamler.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
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 he's
definitely.
fast.
Just fast.
Henry Ruggs, that kid.
Oh, he's
Don't
a
sleep
route
on
runner,
Ruggs.
That's a
man.
weapon. That's a weapon.
I love Ruggs.
And
CD Lamb's the best.
As a
CD
Jets
Lamb's
fan,
the
I
best.
personally want Lamb.
I
Yep.
would want one.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
The Niners are going to get one of the 3.
Especially,
If they do,
Aaron,
They're gonna get one of them.
we're screwed.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
They're gonna-
Aaron,
The UFC is
if
screwed.
the Jets get CD Lamb, it even helps you more because he's a playmaker more than just a deep threat. You can give Sam Darnold a 5-yard slant for CD Lamb to catch and run and make a play.
I wish
He's
Rafe
crazy.
and Judy because Rafe
I think Jerry Judy's
I
a
think
hitter
Jerry
type
Jeudy's
of
better.
receiver.
Rafe.
I
Yeah.
think Jerry.
if he
I
wants
like
to
Judy.
Judy.
I think
How about
Jerry
Michael
Jeudy's
Pittman?
a hit. Oh, the big receiver. He's a big
USC.
guy, right?
He's huge.
Him
He's
and Brian
big.
Edwards are those like Anquan Bolden type receivers in this draft where they could go and get it. Like the Giants, I would like Brian Edwards a lot out of South Carolina. Or there's another guy from UCF, Gabriel Davis.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Go up.
And anybody here a Notre? No one's a Notre Dame fan, right? Because Chase Claypool's another big name.
Oh, I like him.
Where did he play?
All right, what position? Aaron, who you want? CD Lamb as a Jet fan?
As a Jet fan, I want CD Lamb. Oh wait, but I also have one more question for Tano. Tano, the
Yeah.
Giants lost a lot of games last year, but do you remember one of their losses? Who it was against? Gang Green.
I mean, even shocked.
Gang
Like,
Green.
well, I thought we were on the Chase Young train. Then Daniel Jones just decided to go off against the Washington Redskins. Really killed the franchise. For the
Daniel
next
Jones
10
threw
days.
3 picks
He's
against
a
the
bum.
Packers. Well, in the
Daniel
snow.
Jones is a bum.
Okay, all right. Give him a tackle, and he'll make some magic. I mean, I would like Simmons too.
Watch
I'm happy.
Washington. The one thing about the Redskins, though, it's like the Cavs. They just keep getting a top 3 pick.
Nice.
Keep getting a top 3
Building.
pick.
It's the bad.
Chase Young.
The Giants
they
have turned to that, for Christ's sake.
Chase Young is a game changer. They have built a decent core. They have a running back that's promising.
They might trade the pick.
Great.
Hope they trade the pick. Oh, that'd be nice.
Who knows what Dwayne Haskins could be like if he gets a fair shot.
No line. And some threats.
I got a notification from Bleacher Report saying that the Falcons are trying to trade up to 2 to get Chase Young.
Yeah.
Oh.
I heard that they were trading up to like 10 or 11. Oh,
Yeah,
I have
they-
it written down.
I
The
hope
Falcons were going to try to trade with the Jets. 11, I
I
think.
I think the Jets
Nah,
might
I don't think the Jets should
there.
trade back.
I don't think they're
And
gonna.
they wanted that guy, Kewan Brown, or the guy from
I think they want
How
CJ
are you
Henderson.
No, they don't.
Henderson,
The Falcons
great
don't want a corner. They want a rusher.
Yeah.
They want a,
No, I think they might.
you know
want
who's
Chase
good? The
Young.
guy from Penn State.
Peter
the
Moss.
rusher
Oh,
from Penn
Gross
State.
Mato or something like that.
And he
That's
that's
a
a
weird-
reasonable pick for them. They can totally pick him up. He'll fall that deep. And that's not even that far.
Oh, you know who I'm interested in? Who they picked? The Raiders. The Raiders could pick Jordan Love.
I don't see it.
I got
They could,
the Patriots trading up with the Cowboys. I think they want Jordan Love.
Do you
I
guys
don't
Yeah,
think-
no, I think they. I don't
Jordan
think
Love.
they would take Jordan Love. I think they would try to wait and they would take their chances with Stidham and then get Lawrence next year.
No, the
Or even
Jaguars, I think they're going for Lawrence. They traded away all their players. They have no one
That
on that
franchise
roster.
joke.
They also
I
kept
think they might trade down
They
with the
kept
Falcons.
Minshew.
Need more picks.
Can you guys hear
I
me?
think the Broncos are going to trade picks. The Broncos and the Browns are going to trade.
I think the Browns are going to stay because they need one of those top 4 offensive tackles.
Yeah, they do.
They're going to get that guy, Thomas Becton. They're going to get Thomas Becton.
Worse.
No, we're saying falling to 10. I don't know. That's
I think,
like,
I think
the tackles and Simmons could range like really, really far.
Well, he's an offensive tackle in that top
I
10
think-
by the Giants.
I think the tackles are gonna drop because of how explosive this draft is, though.
Every other
Yeah.
position is so huge. I mean,
Look at the linebackers.
Much-
The linebackers are
huge.
fast this year. Zach Braun out of
Zach Bond,
Wisconsin.
Zach
Murray.
Got the drug test.
Mm-hmm.
Which
yeah,
one?
Beck did.
Vaughn.
Becton.
That's
Vaughn.
why he might fall out of the first
He
round.
failed the drug test?
No, he won't
Yeah,
fall out of the
there's
first
too
round.
much
Beck-
reward. I think he will. Vaughn.
Becton's the biggest. He's the biggest hit or miss here. He because he's huge.
Who?
So I'll read you the tackles. So the top 3 tackles read 320 pounds, 322 pounds, 315. Becton's 365 pounds.
And he's
Seven-
quick.
7-foot wingspan.
He's quick.
Bro, he's a monster.
If
Unreal.
he
He's
is
at
the right
Louisville,
coach,
right?
he'll be one of the best tackles in the league.
He's
That's why I
Louisville,
don't want
right?
the Giants. I don't think the
Yeah,
Giants.
yeah, yeah. Louisville.
Dude,
Just
he
a-
is a
just a
monster.
I have him going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 14.
Buccaneers
I
could
got-
use
I
one
got
of those.
the Jets
Buccaneers
taking
don't
him.
have a defense. Let's talk about the Buccaneers actually. What do you think?
Buccaneers. Yeah, I'll take a minute to talk about that. That's
I think
unreal.
Ooh,
Unreal what
the
they did.
Bucks. First of all,
Who
Gronkowski
the hell
isn't
would have
gonna.
guessed that? That they get Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski in the offseason. I mean, no one can ever imagine that.
I know.
No, it doesn't matter. Gronk's not gonna be like, oh, catch 50 passes for 800
He
yards.
might.
It's gonna be 12 passes and 8 of them being touchdowns. I think it's gonna be
That works.
I think his role is very limited in what he does.
I was looking at OJ Howard for an absolute sleeper in fantasy this year.
I think he's going to
I don't know
get
if
traded.
he's
Where do you think OJ Howard goes?
I think he stays.
They
I
have
think they're
Cameron
gonna
Brate,
keep
though.
him.
It's gonna run.
Tom Brady loves the double tight end set.
He
loves
does.
it.
Yeah,
He
get
ran
that
it with-
Charger.
So
No,
Brady's offense last year goes from Edelman, who led the league in drops, probably the only weapon. I mean, Sanu underperformed. Then his tight ends, Izzo and Olszewski, were just awful.
I don't think him and Sanu had time to mold, really. I think
Yeah, it's.
I-
Mhm.
I think
Poor set
Sanu
too, and
is,
it wasn't as good as he usually is.
I also think Sanu knows he's the number 2. Nobody thinks Sanu's the number 1. Edelman leads the league in drops, so you go to Sanu. Sanu's getting number 1 receiver type coverage. It just isn't meshing. So I think Tom Brady left, goes to Mike Evans, a top 10 receiver.
Chris
Who else?
Godwin.
Unreal.
Godwin, a top 10 receiver of last year.
I mean, the weapons. that
OJ
he has.
Howard, an athletic tight end. Who else do they have? Don't they have another?
Cameron Brate.
Oh, Cam Akers to the Buccaneers, second round. Akers
Are
my
you-
third best running back in this draft. I think he's a
Nah.
Oh, they need a running back too. Oh no, I
Taylor.
think Swift is gonna drop. I think Swift is gonna
I-
drop.
I don't know. He's the only
I
running
think
back
he's
here.
going the number one running back in the draft.
Taylor's the number 1 running back. I don't know why they
No.
dropped on
I like
Taylor.
Swift.
DeAndre
I like
Swift.
I like Swift.
That's it.
I think
Edward Hilaire is
Yeah.
fun.
Jonathan Taylor should have. Jonathan Taylor is such an animal. He's so.
He's an animal.
Look what he did last year.
I like Swift.
Ah,
I have an SEC bias. You know how everyone says like ESPN has that like
You
SEC?
love SEC.
Yeah.
bet.
I have
That's
such an
awesome.
SEC bias. It's ridiculous.
Jonathan Taylor ran through people last
I
year. He
bet
ran 2
Dredrick Wills.
300-yard games. He ran 2 300-yard games.
I just
with-
don't think he has the ball security. That's going to be a big
He doesn't
problem.
have his. Georgia
Oh,
has
Swift.
the best O-line in college football.
Yeah.
Wisconsin has a good O-line, too.
But Georgia has one of the best.
Yeah.
Georgia is
They're
a
very
different.
similar.
Yeah, Georgia has. Let's see, Thomas, who's probably
And
going to be a
Isaiah
top
Wine, I think.
pick. I mean, Thomas was going to be like Giants were looking at him when they were stuffed, and he just fell up. Wills and Wirfs just, and I don't know.
But I
Thomas
think the
was like-
Giants need to go for more of a superstar.
I would
The
love
fourth
Simmons.
pick.
I'm happy either. If they take Derek Brown,
I
I'll
think
fine.
Simmons is-
I'll-
I think he covers end to end, no matter where he is. He will make a play.
The thing is, like, look at Peppers. Look at Peppers. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
got
know.
Peppers at
I
position.
think Peppers.
That's the one. thing
Jabril
with
Peppers
Simmons.
was
But
electric.
Simmons also has like the
Jabril-
highest
no,
football
Jabril
IQ in the draft. So
Jabril Peppers was electric. I think Jabril Peppers was a big play hitter. I think people thought he was a safety in the NFL. I think people thought that he was going to be a Taysom Hill. He didn't have the size or the speed, really. He kind of was a flat out. He was just a firework. Whenever he got off, whenever he started going off, he went off. but whenever he slowed down, he slowed down. I think Isaiah Simmons is just – he played for Clemson too.
I
Yeah,
think
he was an animal.
He
he's
played
be
national-
unreal.
No,
He
I
played
love.
I think
probably
I don't.
three
he's a starter
national
wherever he
championships.
goes and just light it up.
He played probably in 3 or 4 national championships.
Giants also
He is
need
ready
a
to play.
they need a linebacker that can cover because like Blake Martinez, that was a great signing, but he can't
He's
cover.
all tackle. He's all
Yeah,
tackle.
he's
just
yeah, he's a-
tackle. But I think that's a good.
Yeah,
Even-
you still need a
The
linebacker
Packers
cover.
need a middle Packers. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Who are the Packers going to take? What about a linebacker?
I got them.
What
they're
about
going for threats.
I like Denzel Mims, a
3 years
Baylor
taking
receiver.
D-back.
He's
I mean, this year-
Oh, Betts. He's made Betts. Watch that guy's catches. He's made some crazy.
Denzel Mims. I think I have him going to the
yeah.
Packers at 30.
Gavin, the
I don't know
Packers
if I
should
want
draft
to.
a guy. The Packers should draft a guy from Oklahoma. That guy, Kenneth Murray, or whatever.
Kenneth Murray.
There's talks about the Giants like trading up to get him. I would like that. He's a good player. I like
He
Queen.
is-
He
I
can
like
pass
Queen better,
rush.
though.
He has that side-on to side-on speed.
You could have a complete linebacker core if you're New
No,
York.
but-
You do this.
Yeah.
You
He can't
draft
cover.
Murray?
He's not
Yeah,
good in man
they
to man
draft-
coverage.
Yeah, we need
It doesn't
a guy
matter.
to play man to
Someone
man.
who
That's
can
the
cover
thing.
because Blake Martinez.
He
is that
flies around. He
Everyone
flies
forgets
around. He is a
Connolly
tackling.
from the Giants last year. Played great, and then he got hurt. So, like, we still have him. We got rid of Ogletree.
He did
Thank
nothing.
God. He was
Nothing.
something else.
What about
But,
Marcus Golden?
Oh, you know who's good? Troy
Dye.
Dye. Troy Dye, the guy out of Oregon.
Oh,
Troy
Linebacker?
Dye. Yeah.
If you're thinking Thibodeau, I think he's next year. Whatever his name is. What?
I just have no idea.
He ran a 4.5.
Where's our host, by the way? What happened?
I have no idea where Aaron went.
Gavin, you ran a 4.5.
Who did?
Murray.
Yeah, so did Rieger.
Hopefully this recording is still working.
I just think this guy Murray is a beast too. I loved him. I've always loved him.
I like Rieger at a TCU, and I like Ayuk at a ASU. I mean, that's
Ayuk, me, please.
so good.
Do you think Jeff Duque could be one of the best cornerbacks in the league?
Aaron's having technical
Well, I
difficulties.
think right away.
I think
Bell,
he
I
can.
think right away.
He has
he's
his
gonna come in.
size and athletic
I think-
ability.
I think you put rookie defensive of the year right on his shoulders right now. I think you give it to him. When an NFL Combine reporter said, people say you're sloppy. That's one of your
There's no
biggest
penalties. No
weaknesses.
penalty.
And he goes, "What am I sloppy? And I have no penalties, no pass interference, no nothing. What am I sloppy?"
He does make up for his mistakes with his speed, which won't work in the NFL.
I
but
mean, you don't know that
think
yet.
it's his
You've never seen
technique
it done
down.
with an NFL guy.
Yeah, but it's just.
He probably also had a lot. He's going to have a lot more help in the NFL with over the top. Because one, Ohio State is a very fast defense, so they trust and they trusted him.
Secondary.
They trusted him to be on an island because they knew he was better than everyone. I think he's going to have over the top help. I think he's going to be an absolute monster. I think he's a little undersized. I don't think he's big.
6'6"
I feel like
more.
he's kind of small.
I don't think that matters.
I don't
Brian's
think
the
he's
big
like,
Cuda.
Everyone said he's too small. He locks down.
Perfect.
well, that's the thing. I don't know, like, if Mike Evans is doing a slant route, can he jump that, or is Mike Evans just going to body him? Because Mike Evans is
Generally.
huge.
But I mean, I think he's fast enough to catch up with Mike Evans and get him as soon as he gets the ball. But
Oh, yeah. All right, wait. So what are the quarterback rankings? Are we going Tua?
No, Burrow.
No, Burrow.
You don't have a big Burrow.
I think
One.
Tua's one.
Burrow.
You know what?
I think Tua's the best.
A
lot of
I
teams are thinking
think he
Herbert
could be
over
he's a
Tua.
higher ceiling than Burrow. But I think the injury concern on Tua is just
It puts
too
him down.
much to be
That's why
over.
you could
I
throw
think
Herbert
that
over.
injury concern is making Herbert
Put
a
Herbert above
bigger
him.
pick.
Yeah, Herbert
yeah.
could be thrown over Tua. I like Herbert a lot. And
I think that's a
I do
smoke.
think
last
No,
year.
I think that's a smoke screen. I think
think
that's
the
a smoke
Dolphins
screen
want
by the
Tua.
Dolphins.
I think they want Tua, but they don't want to trade their picks in the later the first round, so they're just trying to fuck with the Chargers.
Yeah, definitely.
They're messing with them.
Rumor
I mean,
has the Chargers like Jordan Love.
Herbert could really
Ooh, they'd have to trade back though, because they could get stuff and
Hmm.
I think the
or trade up with the
Raiders
second
still.
rounder.
I don't know why. I think the Raiders might have something there. The Raiders might want to trade up and snag something like that. That's what I think. People think the
don't
Raiders
know.
are trading up for Queen or
I think they're
whoever.
gonna stay where they're at.
Yeah, Gruden's
At
whole
16?
build
Where
it all
are they?
himself.
They're at 12 and 19.
might
I
even
think
be
they're gonna
quarterback.
get a receiver and linebacker.
All right, so you guys want to move to running backs?
Okay. I think Dobbins is an underrated running back in this class. I think
I said
he's a one.
he's at number 3.
I got Akers.
I've been-
Oh no,
top
I
three.
have him at
Top
three.
three.
He's not three.
No,
Or
but
he
yeah,
is
he's my second.
Dobbins?
Who's
Yeah.
three?
He's my two.
He's better than Taylor.
I do like
I-
Swift.
I-
I'm with you on Swift being number one.
Oh, I think
Swift is
Swift
the
is
best.
the best. I have.
Best in
I'm
class.
sorry. Swift is just like Sony Michelle. I feel like just a little quicker and has
Yeah,
better
George-
hands.
I saw this thing. It was running back you, and Georgia wasn't even in the top 10. And they produced the best running backs out of any school
I think
recently.
J.K. Dobbins could be like a 1-2. Like you get a guy like with LeGarrette Blount and James White in that one Super Bowl, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And what the Titans thought they were going to do with Deion Lewis and Derrick Henry, but then Derrick Henry said, "You can only give me the ball." But I think J.K. Dobbins is very underrated in this class. But I also think Taylor will be the most unknown offensive rookie that
You say Taylor.
isn't getting
You
the
say
ball.
if this happens, if Taylor falls to the second round, who do you think's going to try to pick him up?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think Taylor.
Is
let's see.
kind of back now.
I think Taylor is so explosive, and he just slowed down because Wisconsin
Yeah.
slowed down. His height go with Wisconsin, I think. Once Wisconsin fell, he fell.
Can you guys hear me?
So I think he kind of works.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Perhaps
I don't
they
know
are
what
going
happened.
49 to the Chiefs.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Oh, that,
A little echo going.
see, exactly. Give up to a guy like the Chiefs, where he
Yeah.
splits carries with Damian Williams.
He's not a 3-down back right now in his career.
Neither is Damian
I know, but
Williams.
he's
I don't
not good
think
at the backfield. He's not good in the passing game.
you don't need to be that. Well, I think that's the thing. Damian Williams can catch passes,
Mhm.
and then you can give Patrick
Mhm.
Mahomes a play action a lot more. Damian Williams can run the ball, but I think Jonathan Taylor
Yeah,
is
he
better
is
with his
better
feet
running, like-
and the ball. I think he's a better runner than Damian Williams, and I think Pat Mahomes. People are going to just play pass coverage, and they were lucky enough to run it in the Super Bowl. They ran it pretty well with Damian
Yeah,
Williams.
Williams had a great
At the
game
end.
in the Super
Showed
Bowl.
up.
Exactly. But I think
He really saved them.
Yeah.
He saved their whole offense.
I don't think he could do that every
No.
game though. I don't. They were playing pass. That team was, and they trusted their 4D line up front, the 49ers. They trusted that those guys can stop. But I think people are now going to focus more on everything else and level down on Pat Mahomes, and he needs to play action.
But that's why Swift's the best back
Mhm.
because he could do both. He's the most complete back out of the draft right now.
So Taylor going in the second round proves how much of a mistake that Saquon Barkley pick was it too. I love the guy, but
Zeke,
take a running back at second.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any
No. I don't think. I think this is a different.
he did.
Saquon Barkley's not just your running back. These guys don't compare to Saquon
well, obviously, but you
None
could
of these
still
guys-
steal a guy in the second round. You could have multiple guys that could do different.
Okay, fine. Giants pass on Saquon Barkley. How far does he drop after that?
No, probably there, but it's another mistake.
He might be going to the Browns at 4.
Yeah, exactly. Before you get a running back, you need offensive line. You need, I mean, really they should play the next
But fine, it doesn't matter. There's not going to be a running back that can do something. He could do something without a line if he's healthy.